Today we are going to see how to onboard the Windows authentication logs to this Splunk application. So for that, as we are getting the logs from different machine hosted by the Splunk, we are installed the Splunk application in the Ubuntu machine, and we are trying to get the logs from Windows machine. So we have to install the forwarder, Splunk forwarder for the my Windows host machine, so that we can get the logs from there. And for that, first we have to create a port in the web UI, so that the forwarded data can be stored in the can be received from the port number what we have configured in the web UI. So for that, first we have to create the listening port, receiving port. So we can create the listening port by clicking the settings and clicking on forwarding and receiving. After that, we have to click on add new, and here we have to give the port number. I'm already created the port number, receiving port number to create next new port numbers. So just click cancel. And okay, so I have downloaded the Splunk forwarder for my in Windows machine, so I'm going to install this. Okay, click the agree the license. Okay, just click on next. So I'm entering the username password for this is not the password for the it is required for Splunk usage. It is the password which is required while we are forwarding the data from our host Windows machine. So this is the Splunk forward password. Okay, so username is admin and password I'm giving as, let me create a easy password. Keep it easy so that we can remember. Okay, click on next. Leave it empty as a host deployment server, and here we have to give the IP address of our Splunk hosted machine, so which is in my case it is 192.168.30.10. Okay, and port number I have created there, receiving port number as 9997, so I'm going to enter that only. Okay, so let us install this. Okay, one more thing what we have to do is in web UI, let me keep it installed. In WebView we have to create an index also, so I already created the index windows. So let me show. So I have created a index call in name of windows, so that we can store that receiving data in that. So for that we have to just click on setting and have to click on index, and after that we have to click on new index, where we can have to create the index. We just have to give the name of index, on which name we are going to create the index. So let me not create it, and let me see whether it is installed or not. Okay, it is installed. One more thing. Okay, after that we have to create a file in host machine to for input configuration file. So click on this PC. Under this PC, local C directory, and in that program files, Splunk forwarder, it is not there, right? It should be there, a file, Splunk forward file. It is there. Okay, we don't currently have permissions. Okay, first we have to change the permissions, so let me see. Okay, no. Okay, in this we have to create go to in the etc file, and then in system file, and after that the local file. So here we have to create a inputs.config file. Just give a name, text document. Okay, create text document, not text. It should be, let me delete it. New file. It should be notepad. Is there notepad? Text document is there, bootcamp is there. Let me do one thing. Let me copy this file so that we can get that. I'm copying this notepad file and pasting here itself and renaming it. I'm renaming it as inputs.config and I'm going to change settings within that file, configurations. So inputs conf, and here we have to configure the key. It is not having, I think, a notepad, so it is asking. Let me install that. It should contain at least. Okay, let us install the notepad in this Windows machine. Let us see. Okay, it is not having notepad. Okay, let us install. It's not an issue. It should contain the input notepad. I don't know why it is not having. It is there. Okay, let me see. Okay, so let us change the configurations in this file. So we have to write some configurations. Just delete it and write as win Windows event log. Once again, so we have to write a command which will be win event log secure security, and we have to write the index which we have created there in the web UI. Specify the index as Windows we have created in the web UI. After that, we have to specify the file format as render XML. This is the file format in which the data will be transferred. Okay, it should be true. Okay, and we have to give a little space here. Okay, index. So let us see, confirm whether we have given correct configuration or not. Win event log security, it is right. It should be not E. I have get it extra E. Okay, security index as Windows and render XML as true. Okay, it is correct. So let us save it. Okay, and we have to restart this service as we have created manually, so we have to restart it. You have to restart the services. Let us see. Okay, we have to go to Splunk. Okay, okay, it is here, it is here. Splunk, Splunk forwarder services. Okay, just click on the restart so that the Splunk forwarder service will be restart. We have created the inputs.config file because it was not there in the Splunk forwarder file configuration. So I have created the configurations. If you forgot to, while installing, if you forgot to mention that IP address and the port number in the Splunk forwarder application, we can also mention in this inputs configuration file. Okay, let us see logs against installed machine or not. So for that we have to go to uh, we have to go into the web UI and have to go into search. Let me, okay, this come to enterprises and search indexes, and here we have to specify the index. Let me see, is there any search history against it? Windows, no, it's not there. Let it be. We have to give index as Windows so that we can get the log against it. Okay, as you can see, these are the logs which are generated from the machine desktop v060 nq3 logs against installed machine or not. So for that we have to go to uh, we have to go into the web UI and have to go into search. Let me, okay, this come to enterprises and search indexes, and here we have to specify the index. Let me see, is there any search history against it? Windows, no, it's not there. Let it be. We have to give index as Windows so that we can get the log against it. Okay, as you can see, these are the logs which are generated from the machine desktop v060 nq3